Hi everyone, a very good morning and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here. As you all know, today we are going to be discussing reasoning ability section for the IBPS PO Prelims Examination, and the questions that we have chosen for today's session are the questions that were asked in the last week's All India Mock Examination. So how was the reasoning ability section last week? Fairly easy, right? Compared to the previous week's paper and all, I felt the questions were fairly easy and you could have really scored well in this paper. How was it? I would like to hear that from you. How was last week's reasoning ability section of the IBPS PO Prelims All India Mock Examination? Question difficulty level was easy. So if you look at the blueprint of the paper, there were questions on coded inequalities, then there were questions on syllogisms, then two sets on blood relation, or one set. Yeah, one set on blood relation where you had 3 questions following a paragraph. Then there was other single questions on blood relation. Then if you look at the arrangement or the puzzles that were given, there was a circular arrangement question, a very typical question that we have solved many times, right? People of different professions, they're arranged around a circle. That was one set. Then there was another set about a lady going to different offices on different days and the mode of transport that she uses. That was another set. And there was also one set where you had to arrange, there is different people go for shopping and they have different amounts with them. So based on that, there were 2 or 3 questions. Then there was a question on machine input output. Yes, so these were the questions that were asked. So let's start solving the questions and we'll see where you guys went wrong and you can correct yourself. Okay. Let me share my screen and we'll start looking at the questions directly. Let's look at the first question for the session. The first question is on blood relations, a very easy one. You just have to draw the blood relations diagram and you will get the answer immediately. Okay, so how do you solve this? What is given here? Quanto is the daughter of Ajay. So you have Ajay whose daughter is Quanto, and then Robin is the brother of Quanto. So Robin and Quanto are in the same generation. Yes. Now next, what else is given? Robin is the son of Raja. So Robin is the son of Raja means these two are a married couple. Then Robin is the father of Sarah. So Robin is the father of Sarah. It is given that Ajay is the mother of Quanto. Then what is the relationship between Raja and Sarah? See, for this particular question, it is not even necessary that we mark the gender of each person. What they are saying, you have to find out the relationship between Raja and Sarah. Very clearly, Sarah's grandparent, one of the grandparent is Raja. If you look at the options, obviously the answer is going to be option 5. Okay. So I hope it is clear. If you want, you can write down the male, female, right? You can write down the gender of the person, but that is not required here because based on the options and based on the diagram, you can very clearly see that Raja is going to be one of the grandparents of Zara, right? The difference of generations between them is 2. So obviously, looking at the options, the answer has to be grandfather. Even if you are putting down the gender, you know Ajay is a female. It is given Ajay is the mother of Quanto. So Ajay is a female means this has to be the male person. Then it is given Robin is the father of Sarah. So again male, and Quanto is the daughter of Ajay, female. And what about Sarah? Yeah, nothing is given about Sarah, that's fine. So this is the relation. Option 5 is the answer. Next one. In a line, 13 persons are standing. A is 7th from the beginning of the line and 2 persons are standing between G and A. Persons between A and L is same as the number of persons between G and Q. Then what is the position of Q from the beginning? See, for this question, what have they said? See, you know the position of A, right? Position of A. A is 7th from the beginning, or I can say there are 6 people before A and A is the 7th person. This is all that I know about with respect to positions. Now, or I can say what is the position of A from this end. That also I can say with the given information. Now, see how many other people are involved. You have G, you have L and you have Q. Now, only thing that they are saying is there are 2 people between G and A. G can be here. G can also be here. Similarly, persons between A and L is same as persons between G and Q. So all of this, lot of information is given without giving the position of any one of them, right? I only know the position of A. So the answer has to be can't be determined, right? Because no information is given about the position of either G or L or Q. Without that, we cannot say what the position of Q would be from the beginning. There can be more than one cases. So the answer will be can't be determined. Next one. So now look at this paragraph. Some information is given about a family, and based on that you have to draw the blood relations diagram and say what each person is, what is the profession of each person, find that out, and then you have to solve the questions that follow it. So take the next 2 minutes to arrive at the blood relations diagram. Look at this screen and try to get the blood relations diagram and let me know if you are done. Then we'll start. Then I'll start solving it and then we'll look at the questions. The difficulty level of all these sets was fairly, these were very easy, I felt. You get the answer very fast, really fast. It's not confusing or you can't get stuck. So let's hope that our actual examination is also like this. Questions are easy. See, that's all the time that you need to solve such easy ones. What is given here? A, B, C, D, E, F and G are 7 family members. There are 2 doctors, 2 teachers, 2 professors and 1 lawyer. No lady is either a teacher or a lawyer. The teacher's wife is a professor and the lawyer's wife is also a professor. Now what is given here in the 5th statement? They say C is the daughter-in-law of F and mother of E. So I am going to represent that first. C is the daughter-in-law of F. So F is there. Now F has a child, right, whose wife is C. Daughter-in-law means female, right? So C is the daughter-in-law of F and C is the mother of E. So these 2 couples, they have a child E. Now B, a doctor, is the son of G, and E, who is not a professor, is the daughter of a lawyer. Okay. So B, a doctor is the son of G and E. Son of G, and E, who is not a professor, is the daughter of the lawyer, right? What are they saying here? B is a doctor, he is the son of G. So B is a doctor, he is the son of G, and E is not a professor, is the daughter of a lawyer. Also, if you remember, see, E is the daughter of a lawyer means E is a female, first of all. Now E is the daughter of C, that we already know. See, what else have they given? E is the daughter of a lawyer. We also know that there is no lady who is a lawyer. So who has to be the lawyer? This person has to be the lawyer. Then only E is the daughter of the lawyer, right? So the male person here, or the father of E, is a lawyer and the mother of E is C. Then next, what are they saying? A's husband is a teacher and A is the mother-in-law of C. So A is the mother-in-law of C means the married couple here are F and A, right? And it is given A is the mother-in-law of C. So female, this is the male person here. And next it is given F is the grandfather of B and D. So B and D are going to be in this generation. Now here what is given? B, a doctor, is the son of G. So obviously this has to be G, and B is the son of G. And what about the profession of F and A? Profession of F and A is A's husband is a teacher. So A's husband is a teacher means F is a teacher, and A is the mother-in-law of C. A is the mother-in-law of C and grandmother of B. Okay. So based on whatever is given, G and C are the married couple here. So all these 3 belong to the next generation means based on the information given, they have to be the children of G and C, right? It is not given that F and A has any other children whose children these can be. So obviously based on the given information, we are considering G and C have 3 children. Then now what else should we fill? Yes, the professions of A and C. See, it is given here, teacher's wife is a professor and lawyer's wife is also a professor. So A is a professor and C is also a professor. I already know B is a doctor and E, who is not a professor. So E is not a professor. E is not a professor means what should E be? See, E is a female, so E cannot be a teacher or a lawyer. So obviously E has to be a doctor. Now what should D be? See, it is given here there are two teachers. Are there two teachers here already? No. So D has to be a teacher, right? And no lady is either a teacher or a lawyer. That means that the gender of D is a male. So this would be your final arrangement. Yes, the only place where you can get confused here is this point, right? B, a doctor, is son of G. You should not read it like B, a doctor, is son of G and D. No, son of G, comma, and E, who is not a professor, is the daughter of the lawyer. So here it is like two different statements. That's what they are saying. Okay, B is a doctor and is the son of G. E, who is not a professor, is the daughter of a lawyer. This is the only area where you can get confused, but when you look at the diagram, obviously you know it can't be son of G and D. That you will understand when you draw the diagram. And this will be the final diagram that you get. Yes, the comma is very important here. Shall I? Yeah, okay. Let us look at the questions that follow. What is the first question? What is the relation of D with C? So what is the relation of D with C? D is the son of C. So the correct answer will be option 5, son. How many female members are there in the family? How many female members are there in the family? Female 1, 2, 3. 3 female members are there, 3 male members are there. So 3. Which of the following is the profession of D? So D was a, what did we find out? D is a, this is D, yeah, D is a teacher. Option 4. So these are the answers. Last one answer is teacher. Now let's look at the next question. So the next question is on coded inequalities. So what is given here? At the rate of stands for neither smaller than nor equal to. That means, right, you just write down what each symbol stands for and then it will become easier for us to solve. Similarly, if you have this symbol, what does this mean? P is not smaller than. Not smaller means it is either greater or equal to. Hash is neither greater than nor equal. So neither greater nor equal means it is less than. Dollar means neither greater than nor smaller than. So neither greater nor smaller means it means equal to. And percentage, not greater than means less than or equal to. Now look at these statements. See, whenever you have such questions where your statements are separated by commas, try to combine it and write it as one statement. Doing that, we will be able to get the answer really fast, right? So L at the rate of W means L is greater than W. Then you have M, M hash, M is less than W. Then you have M percentage J, which is M is less than or equal to J. So first write it like this and then combine. Okay. L greater than W, W greater than M, M less than or equal to J. So this is your statement. Now once you have got this, now let us look at the conclusions. So see, if you look at conclusion 1, what does conclusion 1 say? Conclusion 1 talks about the relationship between M and L, right? Conclusion 1 talks about the relationship between M and L. What do I know? I know L is greater than M. Here what is it saying? M is greater than or equal to L, which is not true. I know L is greater than M, right? So this is not true. So this does not follow. Now if you look at conclusion 2 and 3, W percentage J and L at the rate of J. See, I have to find out a relationship between L and J. With the given information, can I find out the relationship between L and J? See, here it is greater, here that is less than or equal to. Only thing I know is L is greater than M and M is less than or equal to J. With whatever is given here, I cannot find out the relationship between L and J. So this conclusion also does not follow. Similarly, I cannot find out the relationship between W and J because there is a greater than symbol in between and a less than or equal to symbol in between, right? So based on this given information, I cannot find out the relationship between W and J. So the answer here will be none follows. So what I am trying to say here is, see, you need not explicitly find out what does W percentage J means, right? You needn't write W percentage J means W less than or equal to J and so on, right? Just by looking at the conclusions, and if you combine the given statements like this and right, you can say whether you can find the relationship between the given variables or not directly. So here the correct answer will be none follow. Clear? Yes. Next one. This is less than, this is what, greater than or equal to, and here I have at the rate of is greater than, right? So what will be my, if I combine, what will I get? I will get f less than d and d greater than or equal to k, and I know k is less than r, right? This is my combined statement. So I hope you understand. See, do not combine without finding out these inequalities, right? Do not combine using the symbols itself, you might go wrong. Okay, so I hope that part was clear. See, you should not directly write it like this. Okay, don't combine it like this and write, because it will go wrong. Why? See here, if you combine it like this and write, here you have at the rate of stands for what? Greater than. It is not the same, right? So it will go wrong if you do it that way. Always first find out the symbols. Okay, that is the what inequality should come. Always first find out what each symbol stands for, find out the inequality and then combine and write. Now once you have combined like this, f and k, can you find out the relationship between f and k? See here I have f here less than and here greater than. I can't find the relationship between f and k, so this conclusion does not follow. Similarly, can I find out the relationship between r and d? No, here greater than or equal to, here less than. I cannot find out the relationship between r and d. Now next, r and f. Can I find out the relation? Again I cannot. So here also the answer will be none follow. Relationship cannot be determined. Next one. This is your next set. There were 3 questions following this set. So what is given here? You have people who go for shopping and they are arriving at a meeting place in the following order. The amount that each one of them spend is given, and based on that you have to solve the questions that follow. So try this out and arrange the people according to their name and how much they spend. Yes. What is given here? There are 5 women who decide to go for shopping to Static South Extension, New Delhi. They arrived at the designated meeting place in the following order. So this is the order in which they have arrived. So who comes first? First Aradhana comes, then Chandrima comes, then Deepika comes, then Hina, and then Sumitra. So this is the order in which they are coming. Now what are they saying next? Each of them spent at least ₹1000. The woman who spent 2234 arrived before the woman who spent 1193. So there is one person who has spent 2234 rupees. There is another person who has spent 1193 rupees. There is one other person who has spent 1340 rupees, and there is one more person who has spent 2517 rupees. So this is the information that is given to us. So totally how many people are there? 5 women are there, out of which we know the amount spent by 4 women. Now we have to find out the amount spent by the 5th woman. Also they have given here that Sumitra spent the largest amount and Chandrika spent the smallest amount, right? So Sumitra spends the largest amount and Chandrika spends the smallest amount. And one more information that they have given here is that one woman spent ₹1378 more than Chandrima. So one woman spent ₹1378 more than Chandrima. So there are 2 possibilities here. Either I can assume that this is the lowest amount spent. So if I say this 1193 is the lowest amount spent, then what is the highest amount spent? It is nothing but 1193 plus 1378. Right? See, what are they saying? Chandrima is spending the lowest amount, and if I say Chandrima is spending 1193, then how much will this Sumitra spend as addition of this, right? See, it is given there is one person who spends 1378 rupees more than Chandrima. So this will be, you have 11, 17, 5, 2571. So if this is the case, if I say Chandrima is the one who is spending 1193 rupees, then Sumitra will be spending 2571 rupees. In that case, the remaining 3 amounts, right, 1340, 2234 and 2517, you have to distribute it among these 3 people. That is one possibility. The other possibility is, consider that this 2517 is the amount that is spent by Sumitra. So if 2517 is the amount spent by Sumitra, then what is the amount spent by Chandrima? 2517 minus 1378, right? So you have here 931139. So if 2517 is the amount spent by Sumitra, then what will be the amount spent by Chandrima? It will be 1139. Again, the remaining values you have to distribute among these three people. Now, what else is given here? The person who spent 2234 arrived before the woman who spent 1193. So in this case, okay, this is case 1, right? See, I have two cases where in the first case I consider Chandrima is the one who is spending the lowest, that is 1193, and in the second case I consider Sumitra is the one who is spending 2517, that is the highest of the given numbers, because there is only one number that I have to find out, right? Because all the other four amounts are given. So if this is Chandrima, then here what is given? The person who spent 2234 arrived before the woman who spent 1193. See, we know this is the order in which the people are arriving, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Aradhana is coming first, followed by Chandrima, Deepika, Hina and Sumitra. So who is spending 2234 here? Aradhana should spend 2234. Why is that? Because this 2234 should arrive before Chandrima, correct? So it has to be like this. Now next I need to find out what Deepika and Hina spent. So here in this case I have used 2571, that is the new number that I found out. 2234 I have used, 1193 I have used. The amounts that I am left with is 1340 and what else? 2517. So what should it be? This has to be 1340 and this has to be 2517. How do I say that? See, they have given here that Hina spent more than Deepika. So to satisfy that, this has to be 1340 and this has to be 2517. But they have also given here that one of them spent 1340 and that was not Deepika. But if I do this particular arrangement, I will get Deepika spent 1340 rupees, which is not possible. So this arrangement will go wrong. That is, this case will go wrong. Now let us check with this case. If this is the way we are solving it, what have we got? We get Chandrima spends 1139 rupees, which is the least. Sumitra spends 2517. Okay. Now next, who are the other three places? What are the other three places that we have to fill? See, it is given. We have 1340, which is not Deepika. Then you know that the woman who spends 2234 arrives before the woman who spent 1193, and Hina spends more than Deepika. So the numbers that I have, the amounts that I have to fill up is 2234, 1340 and 1193. So if you look at Aradhana, Aradhana cannot be, they have given here values, right? See, Aradhana cannot be the one who spends 2517. Okay, Aradhana cannot be the one. Okay, Deepika cannot be the one who spends 1340, and it is also given that the person who spends 2234 has to arrive before 1193. So obviously this has to be 2234. If this is 2234, then Deepika can be 1193 and this can be 1340. Only if you arrange it this way, it will be correct. See, it will satisfy all the conditions. Here Hina spends more than Deepika, that is satisfied. Deepika is not 1340 and the person who is 2234 arrives before 1193, that is also satisfied. Try putting it any other way, it will not be satisfied, it will not come correct. See, try to put this as 1340. If you put this as 1340, then here you will be left with 2234 and 1193, right? So obviously you have to put 1193 here, 2234 will here. But the condition that the person who spends 2234 arrives before 1193 will go wrong. So you try out any other possibility, it will go wrong. So the correct case is this. So this is our final arrangement. Aradhana spends 2234 rupees, Chandrima spends 1139 rupees, Deepika spends 1193 rupees, Hina spends 1340 rupees and Sumitra spends 2517 rupees. Only in this condition all the things are satisfied. see, you have to take into consideration these 2 or 3 conditions that are given to you. Okay, that these things you should not miss. Attention to detail. They arrived in the designated meeting place in the following order. So this is the order in which they are going to arrive. Very, very important to consider. We might miss out on these minor details. Yes, and then again they are giving that one woman, the woman who spent 2234 arrived before the woman who spent 1193. That is also very important. See, if you put Aradhana as 1340 here, what will happen? Deepika will be 1193, this person will be 2234, not possible. This particular statement, the woman who spent 2234 arrived before the woman who spent 1193, that will go wrong. Okay, clear, right? So let me just write down the final arrangement here. So Aradhana is 2234 and Chandrima is 1139, Deepika is 1193, Hina is 1340 and Sumitra is 2517. This is the correct arrangement. This arrangement satisfies all the given conditions. So we will go with this as the correct answer. What was the amount spent by Hina? What was the amount spent by Hina? 1340 is the amount spent by Hina. Which of the following is the amount spent by one of the women? So if you look at 1378, is that an amount spent by one of the women? No. 2571, no. 1139, yes. 2518, no. So correct answer is 1139. 1139 is the amount spent by Chandrima. The lady who spent 1193, who is the lady who spent 1193? Yeah, Deepika is given, 3, third option. Next one. In each of the question below are given 4 statements followed by 4 conclusions. You have to find out which conclusions follow. Which conclusions logically follow from the given statements. Okay, so questions on syllogism. Try this and give me the answer. Syllogism's questions were very easy. Okay, so let us write out what is given here. Some pencils are windows. So some pencils are, I am drawing the basic diagram. Some pencils are windows. All windows are roads. Some roads are cups, and all cups are chains. Now, what is the first conclusion? Some chains are pencils. It's not a definite conclusion, does not follow. Some cups are pencils. Again, not a definite conclusion. There can be, there cannot be, there might not be an intersection between cups and pencils. Not a definite conclusion, does not follow. No chain is a pencil. We are not sure, does not follow. Some roads are pencils. Yes, definitely some roads, right here. Definitely some roads are pencils. So conclusion 4 follows. But here you have to see that these 2 conclusions are complementary pairs, right? What does complementary pair means? See, any one of the conclusion will be true. See, first conclusion says some chains are pencils. Here it says no chain is a pencil. So either this conclusion will be true, then this is false. Else this will be false and this will be true. So always in conclusions just check if complementary pairs are there. See, if both the conclusions are not following and a complementary pair is also there, then that will work. Sometimes if no chain is a pencil is true, okay, then complementary pair, this possibility won't work there. But here both the conclusions are not following when you consider them alone, and you also have a complementary pair in the conclusion, then the complementary either or case will work. Okay, so what will be the answer here? Either conclusion 1 or 3 will follow, and similarly conclusion 4 will also follow. So what will be your answer? Your answer will be either 1 or 3 and 4 follows. That is option 2. See, let us say for example if this conclusion was definitely true. If this was definitely true, then you needn't look at the complementary pair because this is definitely going to be false. The complementary case, either or case won't work there. But here both the conclusions when taken separately are false. So the complementary case, either or case will work. Next one. What is given in the statement? Some beds are mirrors. Some mirrors are dolls. Some dolls are checks. And some checks are pins. First conclusion. Some dolls are pins. Not a definite conclusion, does not follow. Some checks are beds. Some checks are beds, not a definite conclusion, does not follow. All checks are mirrors. All checks are mirrors, not a definite conclusion, does not follow. Now let us look at the fourth conclusion. No dolls are pins. No dolls are pins. Again, not a definite conclusion. But if you see here, these two are complementary pair. So in this case, either some dolls have to be pins. Either it has to be like this, or there will be no intersection between dolls and pins. So again, either conclusion 1 or 4 follows. So what will be your answer? Option 2. Either 1 or 4 follows. What is given? All vacancies are jobs. So all vacancies are jobs. Some jobs are occupations. Now first conclusion, all vacancies are occupations, not a definite conclusion, right? It's not a definite conclusion, does not follow. Look at the second one. All occupations being vacancies is a possibility. Yes, definitely, right? Occupations and vacancies can be like this also. Everything can be one single set also. So definitely conclusion 2 is a possibility. It's not a definite conclusion, but it's definitely a possibility. So only conclusion 2 follows, that is option B. Only if conclusion 2 follows. Next, some symbols are figures. All symbols are graphics. No graphics is a picture. So this is your given statements. So first conclusion, some graphics are figures. Yes, definitely some graphics are figures. If you look at this intersection, some graphics are figures, correct. All pictures being figures is a possibility. See, I know that graphics and pictures they have nothing common between them, but these pictures can also be drawn like this here, right, within the figures, in such a way that graphics and figures are still disjoint. So all pictures being figures is definitely a possibility. So what will be the answer here? Both conclusion 1 and 2 follows. Correct answer is option E. Yes. Next one. So this is the next question. Go through the question, take 2-3 minutes, solve it and let me know once you're done, and then we'll start solving. So here it is the information that is given us about a person Neha who works in 5 different companies, and it is also given, they have also given us the mode of her transport. So you have to find out on which day, which office she goes to by which transport. Let me just take the next slide so that it's easier for me to solve. So I'll slowly start. What is given here? Neha works part-time for 5 companies: Wipro, Asian Paint, Glaxo, P&G and Colgate. To cover her journey, she uses 3 means, that is, she can either catch a taxi or a bus or go to office on foot. On any day, she works with 1 company. Okay, it is given here that Sundays and Fridays are holidays for her. Okay, Sundays and Fridays she doesn't work. So which are the days that she works? She works on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is holiday, right, and Saturday. It is given Friday and Sunday, right, holiday for her. Now next, what is given? So we have days and she is working on in different companies. She is working in different companies on different days, and she is using different mode of transport, okay, on each day. Now she does not catch a crowded bus to go to Wipro or Colgate. In Procter & Gamble, she works as a DTP and does all her assignments from home. So the day when she is working for Procter & Gamble, she is working from home. She is not using any mode of transport. She does not catch bus, which is crowded only on Mondays and Wednesdays, but only takes taxi on these days. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, she will not go by bus and she will go by taxi. Okay, so this is fixed. Now she catches a bus and goes to Asian Paint on a day not immediately preceded by the day in which she works for Glaxo. Okay, now where do I fix Glaxo? See, they have given here Glaxo's office is very near to her home and is open only on Saturday. So she is going to Glaxo on Saturday. Now next, what are they saying? She catches a bus and goes to Asian Paint on a day not immediately preceded by the day in which she goes to Glaxo. So she is going to Asian Paint by bus. So either she has to go on a Thursday or on a Tuesday, correct? Here they have very clearly given she is not going to Asian Paint just on the working day before she goes to Glaxo. So obviously where has to be Asian Paint? This has to be Asian Paint, and she is going to Asian Paint by bus. Now you are left with these 2 days. Then see, it is given that next thing we know, Procter & Gamble, she is working from home. So she has to go to Procter & Gamble, and she is working from home on that day. She is not using any mode of transport. Now the last thing that they have said here is that she takes all the different modes of transport at least once in a week. That means all the mode of transport has to be used in a given week. So if you see, she has used taxi, she has used bus. Okay, one day she is working from home, so she is not using any mode of transport. So what should be her mode of transport on Saturday? It has to be foot, because she has not used that till now, right, in this week. So Saturday she has to walk and go to office. Now or walking. Saturday she is walking to office. Now Monday and Wednesday, which companies will come? It has to be Colgate or Wipro. We don't know which, right? No information is there given to give clarity on that. So Monday has to be either Wipro or Colgate. So this has to be your final arrangement. Clear? Saturday Glaxo walking, Thursday Procter & Gamble home, Wednesday Colgate or Wipro taxi, Tuesday Asian Paint bus, Monday Colgate or Wipro taxi. Now let us look at the questions that follow. Very easy arrangement this was also. Now let us look at the question follows. What is the first question? On Wednesday, Neha works with dash. So Wednesday, Neha works with either Wipro or Colgate. So among the options, what will you choose the answer as? Either 1 or 3, either Wipro or Colgate. She definitely does not go out of her house on dash. See, here there was one more line that was given. What had they mentioned here? They said that she enjoys her Sundays and Fridays as holidays, and she always enjoys her holidays out of her house. So which is the only day for sure she will stay at home? She will stay at home only on Thursday. That is when she is working for Procter & Gamble. That is option 4. Next one. On Saturday, she travels by, on Saturday she goes walking, right? Saturday she was going to GlaxoSmithKline, and to go to GlaxoSmithKline she has to walk. Next. If Procter & Gamble engages her for DTP work in office, she cannot go by dash. If Procter & Gamble engages her, see, if Procter & Gamble is asking her to come to office, she cannot go by which of the modes of transport? See, what can you say here? Data is insufficient, right? See, generally when she is working for Procter & Gamble, she is working from home. Now I cannot say which mode of transport she cannot use, right? She can either go by taxi, she can go walking, she can go by bus. Yes, definitely you can get confused, might be train, but we don't know, right? Might be train is also an option, but it is not given in the question. So we cannot say which mode of transport she cannot use. There is no information is given to us to specifically say that. So you can go with the answer as data is insufficient. Okay, because if you look at that particular week, she is going by taxi, she is going by bus, she is also going by walking. So all the 3 is already covered at least once. So actually speaking, she can use any mode of transport. So we don't know why she cannot use a particular mode. That is not, no information is given to us to arrive at a conclusion. So you have to go with the answer as data is insufficient. Okay, next one. Which of the following is definitely true? Wipro remains closed on Monday. I am not sure. Okay, so this is not definitely true. If buses are crowded on Tuesday too, then she goes to Asian Paint by taxi. Again, not definitely true. We don't know. Then she may take any mode of transport on Saturdays. On Saturday she has to go by walking, right? She can't take any mode of transport. So not true. She may take any means of transport to Procter and Gamble if called there. Definitely she can use any mode of transport if called to Procter and Gamble, because she has anyway covered all the modes at least once in the week. So the correct answer here will be option 4. Option 4 is your correct answer. So next one is machine input output question. So try out what is the logic that they have followed here and try to find out the logic, and then we will solve it. If you see the way the words are arranged, what have we done? The words that are starting with consonants, okay, are arranged in the ascending order from right to left, and the words that are starting from vowels are arranged in descending order from left to right. So just look at the last step. See, always looking at the last step will give you an idea as to what they have done. Okay. So if you look at the vowels, what is the vowels? See, U, O, I, E. So the vowels, the words that are starting with vowels are arranged in the descending order, that is from the left to right. Yeah, like this. Age. Now if you look at the consonants, how are they arranged? D, P, R, T, W. Okay, so what is given? Input is this. So what will be your step 1? See, what you have to remember here is that in each step, okay, 2 sets of rearrangement you have to do. That is, one will be to arrange the vowels on this end, and then to arrange the consonant on this end. Okay, so let me just see, I am just going to write down the first letter in each word, because I need not write down each and every word completely. So let me just write down the first word here. I have the input that we have given is G, S, A. I am just writing down the first letter in each word, because that's what is required, right, to rearrange. U, E, I. So what will happen in step 1? Which is the vowel, okay, which is the word that starts with a vowel, and the vowel is comes in the last. See, which are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U, or which is the biggest vowel? I can say it is the word that starts with U, right? U is coming towards the end. So basically we have to arrange the vowels in the decreasing order. So first here U will come. Then I have to look at the consonants, right? If you look at the consonants, which is the consonant which is of least value? C, right? C is the consonant which is of the least value, because I am going to arrange the words that start with the consonants in the ascending order from right to left. Okay, so C has to come in this end. Now put down all the other words in between. Then you have G here, then you have S, A, O, F, R, E, I. So this is your first step. Next, step 2. So what will come in step 2? So next you have to look at the next bigger vowel that is there, right? After U, what should come? See, if you look at the vowels, you have A, E, I, O, U, correct? So after U it should be O. I am going in the descending order. I hope you understand. See, words starting with A, E, I, O and U. Basically I am going to arrange them in the decreasing order. So first the word that starts with U will come, then the word that starts with O will come, then the word that starts with I will come, then the word that starts with E will come, and then A. So this is the order that I am trying to do. So here I have U, then after U what do I have? I will have O here. And if you look at the consonants, which consonant should you take in this step? You have already used C. Next consonant that you will have to use is F. Correct? See, if you look at the consonants, I am arranging it in the ascending order from right to left. So after C here it should be F. Now just put in the other terms as they are. I have G, S, A, R, E, I. Step 3. What will be step 3? Step 3 will be, again I have U, O, G. Sorry, U, O, that is already arranged. Now which is the vowel that I consider here? I have to take I. And which is the consonant that I will be taking? I will have to take G. So I will have U, O, S, so U, O, I. Vowel that I have taken is I. I have U, O, I, S, A, R, E, G, F and C. Fourth step. What will be the fourth step now? Which vowel and which consonant will I take? The vowel that I am left with is E, and the consonant that I am left with is what? R. So I will have U, O, I, E, See, R is already here, so I needn't take R anywhere. I can bring this E this side. R is already here, so I have to take S, right? R is already there. I needn't rearrange R separately. So I'll have U, O, I, E, A, S, R, G, F, C. This will be my final step. So you have 4 steps to complete the arrangement. Now let us look at the questions. I have arranged it the way we need it, right? See, at this step what you remember here is when I take out this E and put it here, this already R is already there here. So I needn't change the position of R separately. So I can just change the position of S alone. Let us look at the first question here. What is given? R is already in place if I remove E, and A will also be in its place by then. In the step 3, which of the following word would be at the 6th position from the left? Step 3, 6th position from the left means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. R. R is rate. So that is the 6th position from left. That is option 1. Which step number would be the following output? Uncut, omit, gem, stat, A's, rate, era, input, fan, cast. So if you see here only UO that has been set, here CF. So this has to be step 2. See, to solve these questions, okay, yes, definitely to solve the third question might be you need the steps. But to solve this particular question, right, this particular second question, see, sometimes you are not going to be having the time to sit down and write like how we did, right, all these steps. In the exam, it is practically not possible. Many times you will not get time. So if you might have to skip this question, but that's fine. Just look at this question. If you understand the logic of the machine input output, here if you look at this arrangement, what can you see? I have arranged 2 vowels here and 2 consonants. So definitely this has to be the second step in my arrangement. You can directly mark that as the answer. Correct? Then in step 4 of rearrangement, if omit is related to era and rate is related to fan in a certain way, which of the following would A's be related to in the same pattern? So let us look at the 4th step. Omit and era, rate and fan. So omit and era, then I have rate and fan. In the same way, A's is related to dash. So if you see, you have omit, 1 in between, then era, rate, 1 in between, then fan. So A's similarly has to be related to rate. Rate is your answer. Next one. Which of the following would be the final arrangement? So again, which of the following would be the final arrangement? To get the answer for this, you need not solve the question completely, right? Once you know the logic that they have used, by looking at the options, you can arrive at the answer. See, it cannot be this because I am not going to start with C, right? So I have 3 options left now. Now, can it be this? It cannot be this again. Again, the arrangement is not correct. Here they have stat and rate, not possible. So look at this U, O, I, E, A. Here you have C, F, G, R, S. Yes, this seems to be the correct arrangement. So these 2 questions, that is this question that we solved here, this question and this one, you can solve it without even writing down the complete arrangement if you understand what the logic is. Okay. Again, look at this one. Which of the following could be step 7? So here, now see how many words are there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 words. So in each, ideally in each step, how many words do I rearrange? I rearrange 2 words, right? I put 2 words in place. I keep doing that. So if I have 10 words, the maximum number of steps that I will need is only 5. But for this particular case, I needed only 4 steps because 1 word was already in its position. So I know the maximum number of steps itself is going to be 5. So will there be a 7th step? There will never be a 7th step. So your correct answer here is again option 5. See, if you have made this arrangement like this, right? If you have written this completely, then by looking at, you can say there will be no such step as step 7. But what I am trying to say is, even without that, right, even without solving the question completely, by looking at the number of words, I can say that maximum I can have only 5 steps for this rearrangement. Okay, even if all the words are jumbled, I need only 5 steps because in each step I am putting 2 words in place and totally I have only 10 words. So maximum in 5 steps I should get my final arrangement. So there needn't be a step 7 at all. Okay, so these 3 questions of this machine input output you could have easily solved without doing the complete arrangement. Okay, because many times not only for this question, for many questions you will not have the time to sit down and write the machine input output, because it is a waste of time also, right? So many steps you write and you might also go wrong. So try to answer questions which don't need you to write down all the steps. Definitely you will have such questions. In most cases it will be. Coming to an end of the questions in this paper. So if you, I think we have solved almost all the questions from this paper. I have missed out only one circular arrangement question. Similar question we have solved many times. So that's why I did not choose that. I hope all of you tried it, you got it in the exam as well. So if you have any doubt, do let me know if in any of the other questions. Then there were a few coded inequalities questions also which I have not chosen. Other than that, I have chosen all the other questions for this session. Okay, great. So that is it from us for now. So now we are in the last week of our preparation for our IBPS PO prelims. So all the very best, give your best, prepare really well. Okay, we'll have a discussion next week also. Then I think 13th the exam is starting, right? October 13th. So be prepared. This last 1 week is very, very important. Give your best, do your best. Okay, great. So that is it from us for now, and I will see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off till then. Take care, bye-bye.